And all these things you are talking about happen in the brain.
You know why I use mind? Because in business we have a mindset. Business mindset. And for business people...
You don't have a brain set.
Brain set is like you have the crazy brain, the good, the Chinese brain, the Indian brain. How many sets do you have? Nah, mind for me is a more complex word where you can't touch the mind. The mind is a reflection. It shows because it's a mirror. Like the universe is mental. Everything is mental.
Now, is the brain maybe part of the mind or what?
The brain is physical. The mind is not.
So, but the mind happens in the brain.
So
no, we talked about
the mind is everywhere.
Yes, because think about it.
The mind is everywhere.
You are out of your mind. They don't say you're out of your brain.
But then when you're out of your mind is when your brain is not working most.
But you are still...
That's not everywhere.
That's out of
no,
wait,
so
guys. That means you are crazy.
When you're out of your mind...
That means you are crazy.
But when you're out of your mind is when your brain is not working.
You're not thinking straight.
And that's when your brain is not functioning right.
Okay,
now,
listen. If the mind and the brain are connected only when you are alive, and then your brain starts acting up, don't you think you'll be out of your mind?
So like hop out or just like metaphor.
You will be.
You
kind
will
of
be.
makes sense.
And
You
that
will
means
be.
you are crazy.
Because your mind is connected to your brain, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you die, your brain dies, but your mind doesn't die. Because mind is something that you borrowed. It's not yours.
Now we are going back to the first thing I said.
You are not using your
I said that in the first
you
place.
think it's your thoughts, but it's not your
in
thoughts.
the first place, I said when you die, your brain stays like it's still alive, right?
It's
and
not
then
the brain, it's the mind.
Yeah, I mean the brain.
Continues
Yeah.
on.
So and then so before you die, you know that you're dying.
What?
Before you die. Like when you
Sky,
your last
You
moment.
lose consciousness.
When you know like
You lose
now
consciousness.
this,
You're unconscious.
Yeah.
Let's use the right terminology.
what up, bro?
Before we go.
Yeah. I don't want
Mind
to
is
talk
the
about
same
shit I
thing
don't
like
know.
mind.
No, because I'm
Oh,
into business. Guys, that's what you don't understand. I look at life
Bro,
from a
you're
very...
Guys, you guys told me a
Y'all
lot
are
of
not
things
getting
today,
me.
man, that are not making
y'all are
sense.
not getting me.
You all are also not getting me. You guys you guys don't want to answer me if a vagina. You guys can't tell me if a brain is the mind, but you guys keep
telling
know the
you,
answer
bruh.
already. But everything you are telling me about happening in the mind, in my world, it happens in the brain, gang.
Okay, let me tell you. He thought it is well. He thought in the mind. Because obviously God doesn't have a brain.
It's in the brain, gang. Now for me,
No,
what will I
God
use?
thought in his mind.
Okay,
Because
then God, where he has
doesn't
a
have a brain.
mind.
It's not a physical being. It's like an intelligence. God for me is an intelligence that
It's
is
a consciousness.
infinite.
So look,
Yeah, it's a
It's not
consciousness.
ending. It's
Kledo,
never
yeah.
ending. And it's too smart that it creates itself in a form of me, you,
It's
him,
everything.
Yeah, it
It's
flexes.
everything.
It's a big
It's
flex.
everything. Yeah.
God flex,
Yeah.
babe.
I
So
think
much.
I think we kind of have the same
Too
God
much.
gang.
Showed us a bit of
Too
his power.
much.
Kledo,
I think we kind of have the same God
That's
gang.
one thing I can
If-
say.
if-
When you understand the power that you are a reflection of God, the same God that likes to flex, then you know flexing is your birthright, Aya.
Young Aya, God's favorite child and the devil's desire. Image of the God and
So
a
come
God
on.
with
So
a little
why as
G.
well not take ownership of your name and walk around proudly and expect people to see you the way you see
You know,
yourself?
once we spoke about this
Kledo.
in the comments, people were there talking about, yeah, you guys don't know anything because how can you be? A lot of people were talking about that concept.
Now
where we
who
say
can
we are
know
gods.
you? Now who can
Apparently,
know
you
you?
cannot be a god.
If I don't know anything, how do you know me? And how do you know that I don't know anything?
Look, with that.
My girlfriend
so
always says she knows me better
Kledo,
than I know myself.
Look,
Human beings like evidence. But
So
evidence
without-
first does not come on the table without coming from here. For you to present somebody evidence, you have to think about how you are going to defend yourself. You have to think about it before you actually do it. So the first step is not doing it. The first step is thinking about it. Then we skip the mental. But it's not because we don't want to think about it. We just don't know that everything lies in thinking about it. First, before you act, you think. And it's just common sense. But
Unknown
common sense is
unknowns.
not so common like they say.
Unknowns.
Yeah, common sense is not so common, and that's
Yeah.
why I asked, what is the threshold of being crazy? Because some people will say that one doesn't have common sense. So if somebody said have common sense, is that the threshold of being crazy? Is that
Yeah.
when we say, okay, that's where we can officially say you are a crazy person?
You are crazy.
You know,
Eh?
common sense
Is
for
it the common sense part?
common sense
Yeah.
for us, ne, we can relate to a lot of things.
But even us, we have common sense at different
Check.
levels.
a common
Yours is kaput.
So
Then
you are
it's
just
crazy.
less
No.
crazier than them.
No, they just
Yeah.
don't get it the way you get it.
Then that means
You don't have the same perceptions of that shit. You can't explain your hobbies to a pastor and expect them to understand you and expect them to think you have common sense. It makes sense for them to think you don't have common sense if you tell them,
So then common-
I want
not
to be
having
the
common sense
baddest
is
nigga
not
on the
crazy.
block.
Not having
Like,
common sense is
boy,
not
you
crazy.
crazy. What you talking about?
not having common sense.
It's
is
not crazy
won't make
because
sense
a
to a lot
pastor
of
can
people.
say you don't have common sense, but he can never say you are clinical.
Why not?
It's
I
right.
don't,
boss.
I don't deal with
because you are just
mental disorders, but
because you are just a different.
I deal with mental blockages. We unblock mental blockages. The way of looking at
but a
things.
crazy person is was clinical. Insane person is clinical.
Yeah, those people.
Somebody
need
from a
medical
psychiatric
help.
hospital is
Yeah,
clinical most.
that's
They
what I'm
need
saying.
No, that's what I'm
medical help.
saying.
So
Like that, you need medical help.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
crazy.
like that, we cannot help you. There's nothing we can
They need
do.
pills to make you
No matter how much money you have,
Crazy.
I cannot do anything about it.
just put him
You
on
need a
tablet.
clinic.
Yeah, so you know you're crazy, but you know you're not crazy.
There's
So
a point where you need a
unknown.
clinic.
There
So
are things
meaning,
you don't know
again,
that you
meaning
don't know.
we are all crazy. We are just less crazy than the people in the psychiatric hospital.
Everyone is crazy.
Yeah, that's my
But there's a
conclusion.
chart.
That's my
When you
conclusion.
go beyond, they put you in
Yeah,
the
that's
cells.
the there must be a threshold of going beyond.
When you start getting into other people's
Yeah.
lanes,
Yeah.
then we know you know it's a rap.
Like when
Guys,
you start smoking
we think
a
you can
bamboo,
come and get him now. I
Like
think
when
it's
you-
time now. He's ready to come in now.
You say all you
like
must
like
do
when
just
you start
control
smoking a
yourself.
bangwe.
Just hide it.
Why? Because of expectations of society. When you behave within the expectations, then you're not crazy. When you go out of expectations, you start doing some things that are not socially accepted,
Beyond the level.
then you are crazy.
Guys, I have this question. I always say this thing where I'm